Space Orchestra. Guess who's in space? It's me. I'm in space. And man, what a setup we got here. Now this is what I'd call a 5-star space cruise. Yep, I'm bored.
You stole my ship?
Your ship? Is that why you pick a mushroom?
Yeah, and you stole it.
Whoa, okay, listen, I didn't steal anything. I just followed the mysterious phone guy's instructions and wound up in here. And hey, it's not my fault you left the keys in the ignition.
Those are my only set of keys. Now I'm locked inside my house.
You locked yourself inside your house.
Yeah, that's right.
What does that mean?
You got a space pirate on your tail.
A space pirate?
Woohoo! Woo! Woo! Give me your space bucks.
Whoa, dude, put that down. I don't have any space bucks. The only thing I could find in here was this copy of Super Mario Galaxy.
Hey, that's my copy.
Hold up, dude. Is that Super Mario Galaxy? Man, I love Super Mario Galaxy. It's like Mario in space. It's like Apollo 13, but with Mario in it. Man, those Lumas are crazy, man. I love those Lumas. Jerry has to be my favorite Mario character in the timeline. That Luma, man, he's nuts, man. He's crazy, man. I love Super Mario Galaxy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If I give you this, will you leave me alone?
But that's my
deal. I love that game.
Why are you still here?
Oh, I don't know. Why are you stealing my ship?
Listen, I'll get it back to you in one piece. Don't you worry.
No. I don't trust you. No, you probably send it down a black hole or something.
Hey, you know what? Let's play some Galaxy. I have to play the 3D All-Stars version, though. I gave the Wii copy to the pirate. But who cares? Let's play some Galaxy. Damn, I'm good at segues. Have you ever played a game that you never want to put down? A game that you love so much you almost don't want to play or think about anything else? That game for me is Super Mario Galaxy, and I don't think I'm alone when I say that. This game has been revered by so many critics over the years, and has often been recalled as the plumber's magnum opus. And honestly, I don't know what else I could add to this game's praise that hasn't already been said ad nauseum by dozens of other reviewers. I mean, you'd think at some point everyone would just agree that this game is like the best game of all time or whatever. Well, that spot still belongs to Ocarina of Time according to Metacritic, so I guess a little more gushing over this game wouldn't hurt. Why don't we start at the humble beginnings of Galaxy with Donkey Kong Jungle Beat? What? Yeah, you remember the DK bongos, right? This horrible peripheral that almost turned a beloved franchise into a laughingstock? Yeah, those DK bongos. There were 3 to 4 games made for these things depending on where you live, and one day Nintendo went up to the developers responsible for one of those monstrosities and said, "Hey, want to make a new Mario game?" You see, here's the proof. They took the flower from that game and put it in this game. That's how you know they were made by the same people. And to this day, I don't know how they did it, but they managed to crap out one of the best games humankind has ever crapped out. This is Super Mario Galaxy. Did I mention this game's good? Now, unlike 64 and Sunshine, this game's actually been present in my life for more than just my teenage years. I grew up with this game, I've played the crap out of it, and yes, I am nostalgic for it, although my memories of it are a bit fuzzy. Like, wasn't Yoshi in this game? Well, hopefully going over the story will help refresh my memory. We begin at the Star Festival, an event that happens once every 100 years when this huge comet soars past the Mushroom Kingdom. The Toads like to celebrate this holiday, and so does Peach, who invites you over to her castle promising you a mysterious gift. Ooh, what could that be? Jeez. So Douglas here launches a full-on invasion on the Mushroom Kingdom, you know, murdering toads, making meteors fall out of the sky, and stealing the whole flippin' castle, because apparently Peach wasn't enough. No, he needed the foundation and landscaping. And can I just say how spectacularly cinematic this cutscene is? Like, this is coming from a Mario game? Sure, Bowser's just kidnapping Peach again, but this time everything feels so grand and epic. There are stakes here, and you know, when that Kamek shoots Mario off the bridge, I feel that. God, I love this game. Okay, I gotta stay focused here. So it turns out Mario is not dead. Instead, he's on this tiny planet inhabited by these star bunnies that we later learn are Lumas, which are basically just, you know, sentient stars.
Yo!
After a quick game of hide and seek, we get to meet the Luma's mother, Rosalina, who is quite possibly one of the most popular Mario characters besides Mario, and why wouldn't she be? She's practically a space goddess. Anyway, she gives Mario a companion Luma and sends us off to retrieve a hostage Grand Star. We do so and use the star to reactivate the Comet Observatory, which just so happens to be Rosalina's home. She tells us that Doug stole the rest of her power supply, that being the power stars, and her starship has been sitting dormant ever since. Now, if Mario can rescue enough power stars to get the observatory back in working order, then Rosalina promises she'll fly him over to Bowser's hideout where he can then save Peach. Right off the bat, this is giving me a lot of 64 vibes, but that doesn't mean this isn't a good setup. Everyone here has a common enemy. I mean, it just makes sense that these two would be working together. Now, enough dilly-dallying, let's get to the gameplay, and oh, it's so good. Okay, first off, Mario controls just how you'd expect him to control in 3D. It's tight, it's fluid, the lawn jump is back. Oh, how I missed the lawn jump. We had to trade the dive and spin move away to get it back, but my god, it was so worth it in the end. I mean, it's the lawn jump for crying out loud. I don't know what move could top this.
Oh!
Yeah, remember that Luma Rosalina gave us like a minute ago? Well, it turns out it gave us the power to spin when we shake the controller or press the Y button on Switch, I'm not that picky. And this move is so versatile. You can break things, attack things, activate things, jump higher. A whole new dimension of gameplay is added with this one move. In fact, I want this move included in every game I play from now on. The Last of Us just feels so empty without it. Okay, obviously I'm hyperbolizing a bit, but you gotta admit, this move, while being so simplistic, is a genius feature. Sort of like the star cursor. Yeah, I know, we're on the Wii, ooh, motion controls, but hey, they're not that bad here. They feel second nature, really. While you control Mario, you can point your controller at star bits to call them towards you. These are one of this game's forms of currency / ammo, by the way, and ooh, they're so satisfying to collect, especially in those downtimes when you're soaring from planet to planet. And yes, you heard me correctly, planets. The big selling point of this game is its use of gravity. Sure, you can have a grassy plains landscape in any old Mario game, but what if it was shaped like a sphere? Or a question mark? Or an egg. Yeah, you can walk all around some planetoids in this game, which, well, usually when a game puts me upside down, I don't really like that. It kind of disorientates me, but here in Galaxy, it just feels so natural. Like, yeah, why wouldn't you be able to walk on the underside of this planet? What, are you stupid? It's such an innovative feature. It allows level design to go all over the place at times. Which is weird because this game is one of the more linear entries in the series. It's just point A to point B in these galaxies, with not much room for exploration apart from these bigger planets that act similarly to the floating sandboxes in 64. You see, if you fall off of these, you'll be sucked into a black hole, so don't do that. Anyway, yeah, the levels this time more closely resemble obstacle courses if anything else. But thankfully they're really good obstacle courses. Again, I don't know how they did it, but I have had the most fun playing through these levels out of any of the levels in the previous two 3D Mario games. Now, maybe I just prefer this gameplay style over the more expansive playgrounds of 64 and Sunshine, or perhaps it could just be that these levels are really well designed and jam-packed with things to do. One of those things being the power-ups. So Galaxy more than doubles the amount of power-ups that were given to us in the previous games, while still keeping their functions pretty situational. The Bee Mushroom is the staple power-up here. It allows you to fly for a short period of time and stick to honey walls as long as you don't touch any water. The Boo Mushroom also allows you to fly, but with no time limit. Instead, your weakness is light and your irresistible charm to the other boos. The Fire Flower is a timed power-up that allows you to shoot fireballs, you know, like it has in every other Mario game. I find it interesting that this is the first time the Fire Flower has appeared in a 3D Mario game, despite it being one of Mario's most iconic power-ups. Same could be said about the Rainbow Star, which, much like the 2D games, makes Mario invincible for a short period of time. Back to the newcomers, the Ice Flower is another timed power-up that freezes liquids below Mario's feet. If you were one of those kids like me who played New Super Mario Bros. Wii before this game and expected the Ice Flower to let you shoot ice balls, then yeah, I understand your disappointment. Next is the Spring Mushroom, which is infamous for being the most unruly power-up in this game. It allows you to jump higher while also restricting your movements to only jumps, which is interesting. A lot of people find this power-up to be annoying and will often go to such great lengths to avoid using it. Now, me, on the other hand, when I have to use this thing, I just kind of accept it. Last, but certainly not least, is the Red Star, which appears in one bonus mission and is available for usage in the Comet Observatory. That's it, which really sucks because this is probably my favorite power-up in this game. It allows you to fly for a bit. No, like really fly, in a similar style to the wing cap from 64. Except this time, it's much easier to control, it has a brake button, and it's just more fun to use. There was so much potential here that they just let go to waste, and I don't get that!
Maybe they'll throw it in a Galaxy too.
Overall though, the power-ups in this game, while being way better than their predecessors' power-ups, are still just okay. They can spice up a level a bit, but apart from that, they're not the first thing I think of when I think of Galaxy. No, instead I think of, you know, the galaxies. Which are really good, by the way. Good Egg Galaxy is such a banger of a galaxy to open this game on. It tells you everything you need to know about this game right from the get-go, and when your first level can do all of that, then you know you did something right there. Space Junk Galaxy. This galaxy is strangely beautiful despite its name, and that one star where Camilla's Armada disrupts the peace gets me so mad. Like, come on, man, this is my happy place. Battle Rocket and Buoy Base Galaxy are amazing. They have this dark militaristic feel to them that would normally be really out of place in a Mario game, but here it fits so well. Beach Bowl Galaxy is really cool too. It gives me a lot of Sunshine vibes, which are always welcomed, and I only like Gusty Garden Galaxy for its music. There, I said it. Oh, but Toy Time Galaxy, now this one might be my favorite. It's so colorful and whimsical, everything's made out of toys, and it's like walking into a Toys R Us. I love it. And man, Gold Leaf Galaxy. Sure, it might just be an autumn variation of Honeyhive Galaxy, but its stars are all completely original and bring new ideas to the table, and weirdly enough, I can kind of relate to that. And to end it all off is Melty Molten Galaxy, and what a way to go out. This galaxy can really test your skills, and its final boss being a harder variation of this game's first boss is the perfect way to conclude the main galaxies. It really shows how far the player has come in their journey. Also, the bosses in this game are some of the best in this series. Mega Leg, Bouldergeist, King Caliente, and Bugaboom, just to name a few. Kingfin has got to be my favorite. He's so intimidating, he gets his own galaxy all to himself. Yeah, you see, there are two types of galaxies in this game, the major galaxies and the bonus galaxies. The bonus galaxies are one-star galaxies that are usually home to boss fights or extra ideas that just weren't big enough to last for more than 1 star. The major galaxies, on the other hand, host an average of 6 stars, with one of them being a hidden star and the other 2 being comets. Yeah, comets, specifically prankster comets. These will appear sporadically across the 15 major galaxies, each providing a challenging twist to the level. These range from adding a time limit, making the enemies move faster, making you race a cosmic clone of yourself, reducing your life meter to just 1 hit point, which makes Mario very fragile, so don't screw up! And then there's the purple comets. These appear in every major galaxy and are essentially just 100 coin missions. Except this time, they're not entirely dumb. They finally made these missions separate from the main missions, and they use their own proprietary collectible instead of just regular old coins. Thank God! Man, with these drastic improvements, you'd think I'd actually like these missions for once.
Yeah, I still don't like them.
I think it's just a personal thing at this point. I've always hated it when games force me to collect 100 of something. Now, if they force me to collect 99 of something, then I'm all for it. I mean, I don't mind the timed purple coin missions. These hold a high level of tension that I highly respect. But the not timed purple coin missions that scatter the coins all across the galaxy? Yeah, these are just boring. They take forever to complete, but I still did them anyway and wound up 100%ing the game. Honestly, compared to Sunshine, this game is a piece of cake to 100%, and a delicious one at that. That's not to say this game is easy. There were certainly some tough stars here and there, such as Luigi's Purple Coins, the Daredevil run in Melty Molten Galaxy, these stupid trash minigames that appear twice in this game for some godforsaken reason, and...
God damn it, I hate those trial galaxies! Oh, they're annoying.
Oh, really? I didn't think they were that bad. I mean, sure, they use some unconventional motion control gimmicks that not everyone is used to, but once you get the hang of them, they are completely doable. And honestly, I always thought the Manta Ray levels were actually pretty fun.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, but I do respect your opinion. You gave a nice, sound explanation for it.
Oh, thanks. You know, for a space pirate who held me at gunpoint a few minutes ago, you're a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Well, now I'm gonna go ransack another planet, maybe commit mass genocide, all while drinking this Capri Sun. You know, space pirate stuff. Oh, raspberry.
Okay, take care.
Overall, I'd say Galaxy's difficulty is just right. It's a comfortable playthrough that anyone of any skill set can find some level of enjoyment out of. And as someone who doesn't normally 100% games, I wonder what my reward for finally doing so is.
Super Luigi Galaxy.
He's real!
Yep, for the first time in 3D Mario history, Luigi is finally a playable character in what is essentially New Game Plus. You get to beat the game all over again as Linguini over here, who can jump higher, has butter on the bottom of his shoes, and severe asthma. This is honestly the best completionist award the developers could have given us. Galaxy is so great, why not let us play it again?
And you know, I think it's about time I talk about this game's ending.
This is my favorite cutscene in video game history. It's so empowering. The Comet Observatory has finally been restored to its former glory, and it's now your turn to take the offensive against Bowser, who's been busy, to say the least. We get to fight him, of course, and my god, this is such a good Bowser fight. I feel like everything I've learned in this game is all culminated into this final test, and the score over it, it really builds up the stakes here. I don't just feel like I'm fighting to save Peach, no, I feel like I'm fighting to save the entire universe. And man, that moment when Mario lands those finishing blows to Bowser, nabs the final Grand Star, and flies Peach back to safety is everything this game's led up to. We did it. We won. But then, we see Bowser, kneeling in anguish as his galaxy crumbles around him. This scene is strangely tragic. I mean, so what? We defeated Bowser, foiled his plans. We won! Right? Bowser's star collapses on itself and becomes a black hole, sucking up everything we've come to know. Peach's castle, the observatory, everything. But just before all hope is lost, the Lumas, they sacrifice themselves to neutralize the fallen star, thus saving the entire universe. When we wake up, we find ourselves in what appears to be the universe resetting itself. We hear babies crying in the distance, which, Rosalina explains, are baby Lumas who were just born from the stardust or ashes of the deceased Lumas. And so the cycle of life will continue, but never in the same way as before.
Wow. That is incredibly deep for a Mario game, and sort of moving too. I don't think any other Mario game, or albeit any other Nintendo game, has ever made me feel this way before. There's truly no other game like it.
And that is what I love about Galaxy. It isn't afraid to tug at the player's heartstrings. I mean, leading up to this point, the only feeling I felt from these games is, hey, yeah, Mario, Plumber, go, wahoo! But this game, through its presentation, didn't just feel like a game, no. It felt like a journey. And it's the journey that matters, right? I stated before that I never wanted to put this game down, and I meant it. Getting myself to stop playing and write this review was challenging, to say the least. And even then, I still go back to this game constantly. When I was little, I would go back and replay my favorite galaxies all the time, and nowadays, I'll just straight up play through the entire game in one weekend if I feel like it. Hell, I did that back in March of 2020, and now, after playing through this game again, today, I can definitively say that it hasn't gotten old. I love this game. Have I said that enough times? Well, let me get specific. I love the cinematic cutscenes. I love soaring through galaxies. I love exploring the Comet Observatory, albeit it isn't as expansive of a hub world as that of Delfino Plaza. The ambiance here more than makes up for it. Oh, and I love the starry skies and the beautiful backdrops that evoke the magic of space, which is another thing I love. Space! The possibilities are endless here. Why wouldn't there be a giant bee or sentient spinning tops? Oh, and I love the music, especially the big, bold, grand, magnificent pieces that justify a full-fledged symphony! and how they contrast with, yet are complemented by, the quieter, softer melodies that force the player to step back, breathe, enjoy the galaxy, and take it all in. But perhaps the thing I love most about Galaxy is the storybook. In the Comet Observatory, almost every room or dome has one purpose: to get you to the next galaxy, keep the ball rolling. But one room in particular, the library, doesn't serve this function. No, instead it's a place for Rosalina to share her backstory via a storybook. As you play through the game, you unlock more and more chapters to the story, and you slowly learn how Rosalina got to space, met the Lumas, and lost her mother. It's not a happy story. It's more bittersweet, really. It explores themes of loss and regret, as well as moving on and letting go of the past. But that's not the point here, no. The point is that this story exists. It's in the game. It's not shoved down your throat or anything. It's just there. And the developers, they didn't have to put all this effort into an optional backstory, or into a fully orchestrated soundtrack, or into these massive cinematic cutscenes, or into this revolutionary gameplay, or into anything really. But they did. And I love that.
Galaxy is an amazing game. I think I've made that very clear. And if you still don't believe me, then all I can really say is, play it for yourself.
It's on the Switch now, which is great. The 3D All-Stars version of Galaxy is a decent way to play Galaxy. It looks sharp, and the Joy-Cons emulate the Wiimote and Nunchuck controls pretty well. Except for the star cursor. I don't know why, it just doesn't feel right to me with gyro controls, and in handheld mode, that's very funny, Nintendo. Thank God there's a reset button, but I'm harping on this way too much. It doesn't take away from anything I said before about Galaxy. This is a game that everyone needs to experience at some point in their lives.
And honestly, the only real flaw I could find in this game was that I feel like they could have done more. There's so much potential in this gameplay style that just can't be fully realized in just one game. It makes me really surprised that they never made a sequel. I mean, come on! Galaxy is so great, you'd think there'd be a Galaxy 2! Yeah, I probably should have been steering the ship.